What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tempo Without Borders. This is our very first video episode, not just for the listeners, but for the watchers as well. We got camera right here. We got camera right here. I'm Jaclyn Kula, joined by Salomé Beignet and Marcus Downey. We got Jonathan Aline setting all the camera stuff up. Our producer here, our audio guy, our director, everything you need to be. So welcome. You guys get to see our faces now. I know you've seen photos. We're usually in our studio, but we decided why not do it outside. Toronto is buzzing. It's beautiful out. It's like 30 degrees, but we're in the shade, so it's pretty nice. We're kind of vibing in the shade here, and we also have access to this amazing equipment, and let's use it. All right, lots of sports to talk about. It's funny because before the WNBA, I guess, really took off for like North American, or really just in the world, like. I didn't really follow WNBA before the Caitlin Clark era, and a lot of people didn't either. And
Same.
we can admit that kind of stuff. So this week is usually a very dull week because Wimbledon ends, baseball's on break for their All-Star break. We have the World Cup, thankfully, but there's nothing until Tuesday, until tomorrow. But the WNBA is at an all-time high, especially in Toronto, because we have the Tempo here, and they got the win yesterday.
It was actually in Montreal.
Let's talk
Not
about
Toronto,
that.
yeah.
This game is on in Toronto. Obviously, I'm rocking the Tempo hat. The last two games for the Tempo, their home games were actually in Montreal, but you say it nicer because you're
Montreal, yeah.
Montreal.
In Centre Bell. Bell Center.
Bell Center, yes.
Yeah, Centre Bell.
Bell Center is great. I've been there for hockey
Never
games. What?
I've never been.
Okay,
Never?
yeah,
Oh.
you have to go.
You
Like
gotta go.
Well, take me, okay?
as a real French girl, but the Montreal French, it'll
Yeah,
irritate
we
you.
were there.
Oh yeah, you were just there. And
Yeah.
how was the French?
Well, first of all, there's a lot of French immigrants in Montreal, so I could hear, I was going to say proper French, no, but like French, right? But no, they were very nice. And I think that, like, because I was with John, our producer, I was with Anita
Yeah.
and another guy from the class, Jack. John actually speaks more of a Quebec French,
Yes.
but Anita and Jack are more like English speakers, right? So it was funny because when we would go to restaurants or wherever, they would be speaking English to them and French to us, and you can tell like they're happy that you're speaking French. So
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
like there. But the vibes looked incredible there.
Mhm.
So jealous to not be there.
Same.
I know, I'm sure you are. We can kind of skip over that Dallas game, or we can talk a little bit about that match. We had Kiki and Brittany are still out with injury. It's definitely a big loss. Some injuries happened in that game as well. But what was your reaction to kind of how the fans really roared over Paige Beckers?
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
First of all, because I remember my first WNBA game last summer was in New York against Dallas. So I was working my Johannes jersey, obviously. My brother, I had my brother wearing one too. So we got some looks, but always nice. Like people are liking the French, I guess, in North America. But yeah, no, it was the same. Even though it's New York, you're at Barclays Center, you're at home. And last season, New York were doing even better than they are doing right now. So you expect like people to be rooting all for New York, right? But actually, when Paige got introduced, like everyone screaming for her. I might have been one of them. You don't know. Like every time that she scores, everyone goes crazy. So, I mean, it was the same when Dallas played the Tempo in Toronto.
Yep.
It was kind of the same vibe. But yeah, I guess when you're in a 20-something thousand arena, I know that Izzy Harrison said like 50,000 of them were rooting for Paige. I don't know about the numbers exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. Even when I went to the Golden State game here in Toronto a few days ago, it was kind of the same vibe too. Like people were happy when like Gabby Williams would score, you know?
Maybe it's like the fans here love the tempo, like we see it, but I think they also just love star power. And I think that's great for sports. So like I was at Raptors Lakers back in the regular season, and tons of LeBron fans.
Tons.
Like,
I
listen,
get it.
yeah,
I
like
get it.
I'm sure you are one of them. But it's like, Marcus, I'm sure you see this in the NBA a lot as well, not just
Yep.
the W or just in sports in general, where I'm sure a lot of these people who are wearing LeBron jerseys at the Lakers Raptors game are Raptors fans, but LeBron's in town. You have to show up, right?
It's LeBron, yeah, of course. I mean, let's be honest. It was probably in the 2000s. Probably the same thing with Kobe.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like when it comes to star players, I feel like Paige Beckers has now reached that type of
She's so
stardom.
entertaining.
She's amazing. She played me even last night. Although the Temple lost, I have to admit Paige was phenomenal. Like you couldn't stop her that night. And
Yeah, and also like she's such a great human being as
Yeah.
well.
yes,
She speaks out on such great
Yeah, and
causes.
she's just the kindest. I mean, I don't know her personally, but everybody that speaks about her just has nice things to say.
Mhm.
Whether it's coaches, former teammates, even like people who go against her.
Mhm.
You can only just love the girl
Yeah.
because she's amazing both on and
Yeah.
off the court. So
Yeah, so I think that's just like, it's a really great thing for sports.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's complaints about some of these fans in Montreal cheering a little too loud for Dallas, but I think that's just kind of what it is in sports. Like, you have your team, so like you are a Spurs fan, right? But living in Toronto, you must like still kind of cheer for the Raptors.
of course,
right?
every time. Listen,
Like,
no
hey,
matter-
hold on, if you're at a Spurs Raptors game, who are you going for?
damn, that's a tough.
say Spurs, it's fine.
No. You know what? I would be a Raptors fan before a Spurs fan.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Learning
Canadian
something
at
new
heart.
about Marcus
yeah,
today.
I'm very surprised, honestly.
Yes, I would root for the Raptors before the Spurs. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow. But if Wemby's scoring, 25, 45 points, you're going to be up on your seat clapping, right?
Of course.
You have to.
Yes.
Like, so I think that's kind of what we saw from that Montreal game was, yeah, maybe the Tempo fan base isn't all there, but women's basketball fans are there. And that's what's important right now in sports is like, you just, like, if you have a favorite player, go and cheer for that favorite player, and then you'll find your passion for your team. And that's all right, and we'll take that. So Tempo got the loss in that game, but then their next game faced against New York Liberty, Sandy's former team as well. Superstars on that team with Stewie.
Niara's former team too.
Yes, yep. So some people are now playing against their former team, Inesco, Stewie. So it's like superstars here, and the Tempo got the win. It wasn't pretty. Let's talk about
I
the many
almost
heart
died
attacks
there,
it gave
like-
people. Yeah.
Like the 2 games in Montreal, I was follow us on our socials.
Follow
But
us.
I
Yep.
was doing the live tweeting in French because I was like, okay, it's Montreal.
Of
like,
course. No, 100%.
I gotta do it in French.
Yeah, you have to.
And I was by the third we're like up 20. It was like 54-74 for the Tempo, and I was like, I even tweeted that it's gonna be chill. The end of the game is gonna be okay. Like we seemed very comfortable the whole game. Yuskaida had an amazing game, and I'm so happy to see her develop into that. Like she's starting now.
She's becoming like a
Yep.
big
Yeah, like
portion of this
yes,
team.
like we have injuries and it can like explain why she's starting, but just seeing her being so comfortable in all areas on the court, both on both ends, it's just been a real joy. Obviously, Marina
Yeah.
is a Marina. She's amazing. It's her
Scored-
fifth
Yeah.
fifth game of the season with 30 plus points. That's more than in her entire career before
It's
that.
crazy
So
because she's a veteran in the league and she never got the chance to shine.
Mhm.
It was always there.
Yeah.
It's not like she's improved throughout the years, and some people get into their prime later in life, and that's fine. But Marina was never on teams where she could shine. She was always on the team as a role player, as kind of like the trash talker and like the
Yeah.
tough person on the team. Give her a chance to shine, and she's gonna score a bunch of threes. She's gonna score
yeah.
30 points a night.
But yeah, so the game was going well. And I was at the pool in my building. I was at the pool just watching the game, commenting the game. And all of a sudden, we can't seem to score a freaking basket at all.
Yeah.
We had, when I looked at the stats, and even the commentators were saying it, we were at 4 points in 5 minutes in the last quarter. 5 points in 5 minutes. When you have people like Marina on that court, I was like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yep.
Nobody seemed to know what they were doing on offense. And I was like, this is where your coach needs to step up too.
Mhm, mhm. And
Like-
Sandy's
Like Sandy, you are WNBA champion.
Yeah. One of the best coaches in the league. Like that's
And-
why it
yeah.
was such a big
One
deal
of the
for
best.
Yeah, and this is why it was such a big deal for the Tempo to hire her.
Mm-hmm.
And then but yeah, you have to make in-game adjustments
Yeah.
and we didn't see that.
Yeah, and so I was getting frustrated. People, at least like 3 or 4 people looked at me like, what is that girl doing? Like, we're at the pool, we're chilling, and she's on her phone, and she looks like she wants to kill somebody. But yeah, no, it was stressful. And by the end, like, last possession, was it 91, 93?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
and Julie gets the last rebound, and I'm like, yes.
She's been balling. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
She's been balling now.
So we got the win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I think by the end, it must have been like at the last, in the last quarter, it was like 27 New York and 13 Tempo. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. You're not going to win much with that.
Mhm.
They got lucky being able to get the win, but they're pushing for a playoff spot.
Yeah,
They're
11.
Yeah, so it's like you kind of got to figure something out right now if you want to get a playoff
We
spot.
we're gonna need Brittany
Yeah.
back soon. Like,
Yeah.
please come back.
Yeah, Brittany Sykes needs
Yeah.
to come back. Kiki Rice, like
Yeah.
she's made such an impact despite being a rookie. So there's all these kind of pieces that if this was a healthy team, I think Sandy even said it herself, like if this was a healthy team, they'd be an above 500 team.
Yeah.
Because so many key pieces and things were working out so well. And then you just see this in sports, like 1 or 2 people get injured and it can kind of collapse. So even if it's ugly, a win is a win, and we'll take that. You know, a win is the same thing as winning by 50 points or it's winning by 1 point. A win's a win.
A win.
So we'll take that however we can, but something needs to change. In-game changes need to change. Adjustments need to change. And Sandy's one of the best, and she's not just some new coach who's in her first year, which doesn't know what she's doing. Like, no. She's been in this. She's done this before.
Yeah.
She knows what to do. So there's kind of just some adjustments need to happen, but this is a good team. The Tempo is a good team.
Yeah, and like you said, Sydney mentioned that all the injuries, and she said like, I've never had like the whole team healthy yet. So I'm excited to see what that might look like, but is that gonna happen ever? We don't know.
That's the problem because
And
it's like,
yeah, and also yesterday I watched Sue Bird's podcast with both Marina and Brittany Sykes, and they mentioned that like why they signed for the Tempo. And as you said, like Marina is finally like the first option on offense in a team, and that's why we see her shining so well. And Brittany's the same. She was like, first time that I'm really like, I mean, it's the first duo that are like in a $1 million contract, isn't it? So with this new CBA, and they also mentioned that they chose the Tempo because of Sandy Brondetto.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like they only signed for 2 years, I think, and it's like it's frustrating to see that if everybody was healthy, we would have like a maybe like a 6-part team. And you're like, if everybody gets injured at one point or another and we don't have a full healthy team that knows how to work together when some people are missing, then you're like, well, that's 1 year that's going to the garbage, you know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. 100%
So-
agreed. Yeah, listen, we'll see where things go. Hopefully everyone gets healthy. They can kind of get going because there's too much talent on this team and things are just working out well when they're healthy. So hopefully everyone gets better. Let's talk a little bit about some other stuff in the W. We had Aces versus Fever last night. Aces got smoked by the Fever.
It was
Caitlin
bad.
Clark had not a great game, but someone else had a great game. And this person was actually at the UFC, the big UFC fight the night before. Sophie Cunningham was a ring girl at UFC.
I
What?
didn't
You
know
didn't see that?
I'm not really following Sophie Cunningham.
No, I know people. Listen,
I'm not that kind of girl. She had an amazing game, though.
She had an amazing game yesterday. She scored,
To be
20
honest.
points, 6 for 7 at the
Yep.
three.
6 for
Yeah, she
7.
had more threes made than the entire Las Vegas team.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting.
That's crazy because, like, Asia Wilson's on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
disrespected.
Chelsea Gray and
Chelsea
Jackie
Gray,
Young
yeah,
and all
yeah.
the, well, not Carter anymore.
No, not Carter, which we talked about last week.
Yeah.
And Becky was asked about that, and she's like, I don't talk about players that aren't on my team.
Yes,
and I was like,
yes.
ooh.
Then then it must have been, the environment must have been pretty bad if that was.
Because, like, she
yeah.
could have said something like, oh, it just wasn't working with the team. Like, something must have gone down.
Something. Cause
Tough. But Cunningham also has a shoe coming out.
Yes.
Which is interesting. And listen, I don't know, I don't follow her that much. I don't know, some people don't like her, some people love her. But the fact that she got a shoe, and I know she had this great game, but she's a role player.
What's the brand?
Who is
for
it?
the shoe?
Is it Nike? Producer Jonathan, can you check that? What shoe is Cunningham? Is she getting a shoe with?
Sophie Cunningham is getting a shoe, and we want to know what brand.
Like in NBA terms, let's say this is kind of like
Adidas. It's Adidas.
Oh, it's
Adidas?
Adidas.
It's
All right,
Adidas.
Marcus got it before our producer Jonathan. Shout out Jonathan. So I'm trying to think of like an NBA comp that we can give.
Oh,
Who's an NBA comp?
Jeremy Sohan. No, yeah, Jeremy Sohan, 100%. Basically,
That's crazy. That's a crazy comparison. I was gonna go with like Jamison Battle.
that's also a good one.
No, I'm not. No. It needs to be someone who has more of an impact. Who's someone like? No, you know what? I guess you
The
could.
Knicks player, the Knicks small guard, Jose Alvarado.
Okay, that's probably a better comp, maybe. But she did ball out.
Yeah.
And she could end up being a more, I don't know, what's the word? Bigger than a role player. Maybe like a fourth option, third option kind of player.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I just don't want to see it. I
You're
think.
not a fan.
No.
Yeah, listen, it was interesting to see her at this UFC event. I'm not a big UFC fan. I'm not into the whole crazy stuff that goes on with them and politically and all that stuff.
Yeah, the only thing I know is that Bam Adebayo threw one more punch in
Listen,
Las Vegas than McGregor did.
I know this is a Tempo WNBA podcast, but Bam is with Asia, who's in the WNBA, who then will play against the Tempo. So this relates. Reports from Shams at NBA Summer League came out that Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo, former teammates, because Tyler Herro was just traded to the Bucks in exchange for Giannis. So former teammates now got into a bit of an altercation. Reports maybe some punches were thrown based on what Tyler Herro was talking some smack about Bam online.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I mean, honestly, when I tried to picture Tyler Herro and Bam, and I'm like, Bam would smack that dude in the face.
Yeah.
Like, I would not want to go against Bam. First of all, I'm small as shit, but Bam is just this big dude, and Tyler's like this little
scrawny
guy.
Tyler's very scrawny. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah. So how do you think something like this comes about? Like, yeah, I know he was smack talking him, but we see that from players all the time. What led to? I don't know who confronted who, but based on the reports, is that Bam is the one who confronted Herro.
It was
How does
Bam.
something like this happen at Summer League?
I guess it just comes down to like how people feel about how their season went.
Yeah.
It was the same thing back in 2022 with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
You see how like
Speaking of that, Udonis Haslem went to Twitter to talk about that as well. So
Yes.
a lot of drama.
a lot of drama.
The girlies are fighting.
The girlies are fighting.
Fighting.
Seriously, everyone's saying like WNBA is like drama. Like, no, it's not. They just get rough sometimes. Like if someone pushes someone, it's like, oh no, girls are fighting. Like, look at what that happened in the NBA. Punches are being thrown because of
Comments.
trash talking, because of comments.
Yes.
That's crazy. But
It might also be like, because I know that they used to be close.
yeah, very.
Like they were like
Yeah.
very close friends. So for it to go like as far as throwing punches, like physical violence, it probably isn't just
The sad-
somebody saying you're at a bad season or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
Something personal must have happened.
The sad thing is about all that is that like I think it was a many years ago back when they were doing an interview and they're interviewing each other, asking each other questions. Bam even said that if he was ever to get into a fight, he would call Tyler Herro to protect him.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To see that happen is like,
Oh, how the times have changed. It's too bad. I hope they can work some stuff out. Yeah, and then Udonis Haslem went on Twitter just calling out Draymond Green last night. Pretty late, I think, too.
yes, because he said something along the lines of we don't need any more of that violence.
Yeah, even though like he's the one who got
Pretty
in a fight
ironic,
with Poole
yeah.
and kind of, and like
I don't like him.
Jordan Poole was really supposed to become like a superstar in the league, and like, that
Yes.
kind of went away kind
Where
of
is
quietly.
he?
Like he's in Washington now, no?
Yeah.
I think he's in Washington. So like,
No, he plays for the Pelicans.
That's kind of where.
That's why I don't.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't.
so sorry, but that's where careers
And
end. Like Bi became a star in Toronto. New Orleans had none of that for him.
No, it did not.
Zion Williamson was supposed to be this
The greatest.
big star.
Goodness
and
gracious.
I
what
have
happened?
a Zion Williamson Duke T-shirt.
Wow.
Like he was supposed to
Yeah.
be the next thing.
Yeah.
And then it just went away. And like now in the W, we're seeing glimpses of people becoming the next big thing, like Olivia Miles. Is she gonna
Oh.
become the next big thing? Because we're seeing quite the rookie year from her. This is supposed to be AZ Fudd's year. That's all we're hearing, and she's having a great year. Like don't get me wrong, but Olivia Miles came into the league and said, this is my league.
Yeah, but I think the difference also is that Olivia, with Collier being out, she's kind of like first, second option in the team because she's doing so good.
Yeah.
But AZ was not going to be like the first option
Yeah.
anyway. That's not the way she plays. So Paige was always going to be there. Arika's there. Jessica Shepard is doing like so good. Nobody expected
They're
that
exceeding a
really.
lot of
So yeah. So and they're like fourth in the
Let me
league.
check. Let me fact check that
I,
quickly.
I think they're top 4.
Yeah, they're number 4, 16
Yeah.
and 8.
So they're doing absolutely amazing. I think they've been on the road. Like last night they were playing at home, but they were on the road for like 4 games and it's 4 wins.
Yeah.
So 2 against the Tempo.
Listen, I guess it's pretty good when people love Paige.
Yeah.
Like Tempo fans love Paige
Yeah.
because then you have that, you feel like you're playing on your home court. So, yeah, listen, like let's see where, because Caitlin Clark, obviously there's all these expectations. So many. If she has one bad game like she did last night, it's like everyone comes after her being like, you're not what you are. Like Caitlin Clark needs to become the greatest of all time, or else all these expectations are gone. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Asia Wilson's the best player in the WNBA, and I think she could very well go down as the greatest of all time.
My heart will always go back to Paige.
Yeah.
Because like you have to think that I'm from France, right?
Yeah.
And
No, really?
And to me, sorry, and to me, like basketball, like I come from a part of France that's big on women's basketball, so I grew up watching Marine Johannes go and become this big thing, and so then she went to the French national team, and so I would watch that, and I would see also like Gabby Williams, right? But there's one American player that I heard about when I was like 15.
Yeah.
On Instagram highlights,
Was it
like
like Ball
Instagram.
is Life or something?
Ball
Was
Yes,
it them
yeah,
supposed
I
to
think
do
it
that?
was.
I
I
saw
think
that
it
in high
was.
school
Time,
too.
you know.
Or like House of Highlights, whatever
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
And I was in high school, and I saw like this white blonde girl, and I thought I was seeing Kyrie Irving on my phone, and I was like, "Who is this? Like, she's so amazing." And I hadn't even heard of Zion Williamson yet. Like college male basketball players were not even something that I would know of, but this high school girl I knew about, and so to have that kind of pull. Even if you're 15 in the U.S. in like Hopkins, Minnesota, I didn't even know where Minnesota was at that point. But I know that girl, and I barely knew her name. But you could see that she was going to be an amazing player. And then she went to UConn, so I was like, oh, what's UConn? Because I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
And I see, oh, Gabby Williams went there.
Yeah.
They must be
Played
good.
Yeah.
Played
And-
alongside Aaliyah Edwards too.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, UConn, great. But then COVID hit, and then she tore her ACL.
Yes.
And so she kind of went under the radar, at least from my point of view.
I
And
think a lot of us thought that maybe
Yeah.
it was done for her.
but then Caitlin Clark came out, like became this big thing,
3 years ago. It
and
became,
out of
yeah.
Iowa too. Like that's kind of tough. Now that I know about like the basketball women's college horizon.
Yeah, no one comes from Iowa.
Yeah,
No one.
and she could have gone to Notre Dame.
She could have gone
She
anywhere.
was this close to go, and then she was like, no, let me stay home and take them to the next level, which
Yeah.
is like
I
nice
think-
to see
I
too.
think that's what a lot of people really liked about her too, is that like she stayed so like homegrown kind of person, like going to this like nothing team. Iowa's now on the map because of her, but like it wasn't a UConn, it wasn't a Notre Dame, it wasn't a UCLA, USC. It was a low key school that
South
she really,
Carolina, yeah.
yeah, South Carolina. But yeah, that's a top team.
But yeah, so like you said, like Caitlin Clark needs to become like the best basketball player ever, otherwise like
bust.
yes.
That's what people are gonna do, and
But
that's the world of sports we're in.
but I think like, and it's because also of the way that I see basketball, and it's I like the way Paige plays better than the way Caitlyn does.
Agreed.
Yeah, Paige is a better like all around
Mhm.
player.
And also like
Mid-range, all
she's tough on defense, and that's UConn DNA. So that's what I like too. But yeah, no, it's Caitlin Clark. I first heard of her junior year of college, and I
Yeah.
feel like it's like when everyone kind of knew about her, and that's where I watched like really like live women's college ball.
Yeah, with
really.
her and Angel. With all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
and
Sorry,
and
with
and
this.
also
Yeah,
like
no,
I mean I loved the story with Kate Martin too,
Yeah.
like her maybe being like, oh, I won't stay for my 5th year, I'll just go like get a normal job or go into coaching, and then Caitlin's like, no, you're gonna stay with me for your final year, and we're gonna take this team to the next level, and yeah, so I like that dynamic, and Kate. Like Caitlin saying that Kate Martin is a big piece too, because she could be like, no, like I'm the girl, like get all the cameras on me,
Very so,
like we
yeah.
win because of me, we lose because of me. But no, she was like, yeah, Kate is like the glue,
Yeah.
and so I like that she got like she gave credit to the
And-
girls around her too.
And Kate's getting opportunities. Like
Yep.
she got that opportunity, then she was waived, but now she's getting another opportunity. In
Yeah, and
LA.
she signed like a proper like hard contract.
Yeah.
Like she's not a developmental
Yeah.
player anymore. So yeah, it's nice to see, and yeah, I just want Caitlin to be like healthy, like 100%. Cause like every time she's on the bench, she's got that the warm up thing around her back, and you're like, she doesn't look like the like rookie or Caitlin. Like rookie or Caitlin was insane.
Yeah.
Then last season she was injured for most of it,
Barely
and
played, yeah.
and now she's like she plays every like what 2-3 games. Like it's
Yeah.
not nice to
It's
see.
tough, but at least people like who jumped on the bandwagon, like us included, stayed because of the star power that is still there that we've been able to witness. Like, it's not just for Caitlin Clark. We're now people are tuning in for Mabry. People
Yes.
are tuning in for Paige, Asia, Kelsey Plum, even like.
Yeah, she's
Kelsey.
injured. She's injured.
I know it's too bad.
Olivia Miles.
Yeah,
you know?
Kelsey
Olivia
Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell.
Kelsey Mitchell balling
Like
out, yeah.
every time that a player, including Paige, including Brittany Sykes too, during the interview with Sue Bird, every time somebody is asked who's the toughest player to guard, they will say Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so
I love
quick
that.
out there.
Yeah. She reminds me another level of me.
I love it. No, it's always nice to find a player that like Kate Martin kind of reminded me of like when I was in high school. Like the way I played was kind of the way Kate played in college. So like I always kind of like, obviously to an extent.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I didn't go on to play college ball. But like it's always kind of nice to kind of find that player. Like how about you, Marcus? Who was someone that you kind of try to like resemble a little bit, and like that you kind of saw yourself in a player, like in an NBA player even?
When it came to, I have one for each league.
Oh, let's hear it. Yeah, that's awesome.
WNBA, I like Brittany Sykes. I felt like I saw her handles, the way she handled the ball. It reminds me of myself back in the day. And then for the NBA, it's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, defense
Okay.
guy.
Defense.
You were a big defense guy.
Long arms, big
Yeah.
hands, defense. Yes.
Okay, I like that. I like these comps.
I would love to say Paige Bakers, but no.
Yeah, I'm Caitlin Clark. Like
I mean,
have
on
different-
defense, I'm Paige. Okay.
Yeah.
On defense, I'm there. Like I know if on offense I'm having a bad game, at least on defense, like you're not getting past me.
On
Oh,
defense, I'm
that's
like
fast.
Wemby because of my wingspan.
Oh, I've
Okay, Brianna Stewart.
Yeah,
Stewie.
Stewie. But yeah, so how do we even get to this? But yes, I think the W's in a good spot. I think there's a lot of star power, and like kind of going back to what we talked about at the beginning, like even though the Montreal fans got a little too loud for the Wings, it's a good thing because it means that people care about players and they're fans of different players, and they'll come around to really loving their team as well. And speaking of the tempo, because we have to wrap up, but Kyle Lowry, former Raptor,
Yes.
retired as a Raptor, is a big deal.
And he's partner too.
Thanks for spoiling what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
That's that is
But
amazing.
yeah. So Lowry is now with the Tempo. He and his wife are part of the ownership, which is so awesome.
Yes, to have someone like Lowry who's that loved from Toronto fans, it's beautiful.
I think it's like the perfect kind of end to his story as a Raptor. Like it's
Yes.
his number is gonna be up in the Raptors. 7 will never be worn by another Toronto Raptor. Same thing as 15 with Carter, and hopefully one day Kawhi Leonard, if he wins a couple more chips here,
he will.
number 2. But Lowry kind of like saying like he's done. He's doing his NBA with his career. But now he wants to join the Tempo, and he wants to be a part of something so special for not just the city, not just the country, but for women's sports in general. So I think that's just an awesome thing. And obviously, like, there's already top amazing names like Serena Williams, for example, who's a part of this ownership. But having Lowry, who is like known as the GROAT, the greatest Raptor of all time, be a part of this ownership is just even better. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you all for watching and or listening, whatever that may be. Marcus, Salomé, awesome time chatting with you guys. Like doing this outdoor episode too. I'm really vibing.
Nice.
It was very nice.
We should do that
Vibing.
more often.
We're gonna try to do this as much as we can. Try and do with video as well as much as we can. But thank you all for watching. Go Tempo, go, and enjoy your summer. And see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.